Yay! Hello there, Twitch. Welcome back to another installment of the craziness that is walking through Prismere. We've got our party is back at it this week. We're actually going to quickly announce a reminder for everybody, a change to our schedule next week. So next week we will be playing on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. And that's because here where I'm at, it is a wonderful holiday for families, and it's going to get extended for us, which is kind of nice. And we're going to bump over to Wednesday instead. So families go hiking in mountains and doing things like that. So that's next week, Wednesday instead of Tuesday. But thanks for joining us. If we may have opportunities, there's a very high likelihood that in a little bit there will be some opportunities for chatters to roll for us, for the DM at any rate. Where we left off, we had our full party managed to dispatch some giant constrictor snakes in the efforts to save Sir. Oh no, I lost his name already. Sir. B b b b b b b. Gone.
Alavar.
Whatever it was. Thank you. Jeez, man. Yeah. Anyway, to save this really weird pink pseudo dragon looking thing from a cage. In order to actually do that, though, they had to take him to a place called Telemy Hill, which turned out to be a hill with talking trees, and that as guardians. And then as they made their way to the top of this hill, found an abode of a goblin who seemed to enjoy collecting keys, and hundreds, probably thousands of them. Was able to very quickly find the right key to release your ward, and who then made their way off to the summer court. However, in meeting and getting them released, you ended up making a form of a contract very reluctantly with this goblin who had been mugged at some point in time by Harengon thieves, if you will, who stole her truffles, and she wants them back, or she at least wants justice. That's what the goblin wanted. So, with that, you reluctantly started making your way towards a place called towards a large tree stump far off to the north, which is where you were told that you would be most likely to run into these Harengon. On your way, you found a large well that was just gushing with water, and kind of determined that chances are part of the water level in the swamp that keeps changing on you is likely due to this gushing water. But what was more important to you was that at the top of this geyser that was gushing out of this well were some small trinkets. And as you tried to procure said trinkets by shoving scrags into the powerful blast that was the water, and using some creative use of a blanket to capture all of the trinkets, you were immediately met with will-o-wisps of a form, who required of you an exchange, as is customary in Prismere. You were unable to convince them of the exchange you were willing to do, and as a result, ended up having to dispatch 2 of these 3 will-o-wisps. The other one you actually convinced and went with their new treat all the way back up to where they were basically situated, which was above the geyser. And that's where they sit. And that is where we pick up.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about having to murder for these, but at least we have them.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about the situation either.
But I'm not going to let them kill Scrags on my watch.
Yeah, that's your job.
I feel like we should have some sort of pact as a group that if one of us does something really stupid, the rest of us have to follow. Just a form of like self-protection.
I think that is an excellent idea. And
I assume you're all looking at me as you say it.
Yep.
Well, we didn't exactly kill him. We murdered him. There's a difference.
I like to think we evaporated them. That sounds a little bit less intense.
What do you think the rules in Prismere are about murder?
Probably
If
don't
no
really
one's around,
exist.
if no one's around to see you, then it didn't happen.
This doesn't really seem like a place where laws are much of a thing.
Well, I mean, like, they have the trading rule.
Yeah, the one rule was don't steal, and you have to trade for everything.
Trade.
Yeah, we already broke
Their
that.
life and we took their stuff. That's a trade, won't they?
I feel like that's taking two things from them.
I do have a question. There is the old saying, if you commit a murder in the forest and no one's around to see it, did it really happen? And no one was around to see it, so it didn't happen. We're fine.
I think that's an excellent point.
Yeah. Anyway, let's what do we get?
Oh yes, let's inspect.
Aha. So what you were able to procure, the first thing that you guys managed to get from a well-traded thing was two links, two rings that are bound together made of you. Not you as in like the character that we used to have in the campaign. Yew.
Oh, so they're not you melted down and turned into
No.
rings.
No, they're made from a yew tree.
Dottie, might you inspect this for us, see what possible magic qualities it might have?
Absolutely. Let's see here. Actually, I might have something that will be a little bit more reliable. Let me make sure I have it. What level is identify? Because I should be able
believe
to
it's a level
ritual
one.
cast
Ritual
it.
spell.
Okay. I don't
Yeah, it
have
should
it
be in your
prepped, but
Oh, it's a ritual, so you're fine.
okay, cool. All right, I'll go ahead and ritual cast identify on everything.
All right, so you
Wait,
place
aren't
out
you a
all three.
sorcerer?
Sorry, say again.
Wait, aren't you a sorcerer?
Yeah. Do they
If
not
you
have
don't
it?
have
Right,
prepared
you're right. You
spell-
won't have that. You don't have a
Damn
spell
it.
book.
Gotcha.
That's right.
Okay.
I mean, we could just, when we take a short rest, we can have a play with it. It should be fine. We can identify it that way. And if it's cursed, it's cursed. Who
I can at
cares?
least look at it now.
Maybe I can give you a bit of an end, and I'll use guidance for her.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wants to-
So now you're going to do this on all three items that you have?
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Okay. So you've got two U rings that are linked together. You also have a little plushy pixie looking creature and a little wand-like object. Oh, that's a pretty darn good roll. Go ahead and roll that bless in, see if that makes any difference.
22.
Fair enough, fair enough. So as you kind of examine the two U rings, they're linked together. They don't come apart at all. They don't appear to be anything arcane or even divine, perhaps, to the best of your ability to detect. They look like they've been very well watered, and so they might actually have a little bit of, yeah, like once no longer in the water, you might actually start to see them kind of disintegrate with the time that and with rot perhaps, but they're really just two rings. The plushie is a little bit of a different story. You pick it up and kind of looking it over and examining it, you give it a bit of a squeeze, and when you release it, it sings. And it is singing a song that you wouldn't recognize. I need Scrags and Shimo, I'll let you guys roll the history check if you would like to see if you can connect what has happened in the past for you.
I don't think I succeeded.
Hmm. And yeah, okay. So this doesn't seem quite familiar to anybody here, but it is singing a song, um, and it's in a different language as well. Just the melody, just squeeze and like one of those drawstring dolls that the string comes, except it's not a drawstring doll. It's obviously magical of some sort to produce this thing. You can switch over to the wand, which is kind of what you are a little bit more interested in because spellcasting focus and such could potentially be one of those. And without actually trying a spell with it, the only thing you can tell is that as you wave it around, it gets if you get too close to what do you have on your person that's metallic, Dottie?
I have a dagger.
Okay, yeah. As you get it close, like a little bit closer to your dagger, you kind of feel a little bit of a pull, like a magnetic pull towards the dagger. But that's pretty much it.
Interesting. So,
I mean, you could try to cast a spell with it if you wanted to.
yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay.
Does it?
And
Can it be a cantrip?
of course,
Awesome. Yeah, I'll cast Firebolt.
you're gonna cast Firebolt
Just into the sky?
just like up into the sky. Okay. So as you point up and try to channel everything through the wand, it comes out of your fingertip or finger knuckles instead, and just kind of shoots out. So you get a little bit of a flare up into the sky from your knuckles instead. So it didn't go through the wand. It released out of your hand instead.
Maybe just wave it about willy-nilly.
Well, while she's doing all this, I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic just to see if
sure.
I can detect any magic from any of them.
For sure. So what you detect on once because all this will take about 10 minutes of time.
Yes, 10 minutes,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's not a big deal. You guys are kind of going through these things. The magic that you are able to detect first, there is some magic near in and around the. You get a bit of a glow of some sort from the well. It's almost kind of like it's being glinting in the water as the water is spewing out. You also get, because you're still right beside the well, you also get that the plushie has very faint transmutation magic on it. And then everything else that you guys already have on your persons, and therefore you already know them. You know the other things that are already on everybody else.
So nothing from the wand. Okay.
Nothing from the little dagger that you got from your so it's a plus, it is a +1 dagger, so you do get a bit of transmutation magic on it too.
I will tell Daddy that's really powerful wand. I think you should keep trying to figure out how to use it. It's so powerful. I'm getting real magical energy from it. It's amazing. Keep an eye on that. I think it will be really good for you.
I would like you to roll a deception check against Dottie's insight.
Do I have
My insight sucks, so you might have a good chance.
Yeah.
Yep. Just have to be the 4.
Just had to be the 4. Looking for deception from Scrags. There it is. Nice. So you're pretty certain there's nothing arcane about this wand, but you have heard of like druidic focuses or maybe even divine symbols or divine tools. So if Scrags is telling you that this is a particularly powerful wand, you get the sense that it's probably something divine, and that's why you don't necessarily connect with it.
It was gravitating towards my dagger, right?
It was.
Can I try just tapping it on my dagger and see if anything happens?
So you tap, and it has a pull like a really light fridge magnet to it. But that's about as much as you get off of it.
Huh.
If
That's so
only we
weird.
knew a druid. Oh well, let's continue.
I have my druidic focus. It's right here, and I hold out my staff.
Yeah,
we'll
but
just
hers is
hang on to it for
pointier.
now, and if
This
we
is
figured
cool.
out what it is.
Why don't you have a go? Try casting one of your spells through the thingy. See what happens.
All right. Excuse me, Dottie. Might I borrow that?
Absolutely.
All right.
Useless for me.
I'm going. I don't want to waste a leveled spell just swinging the wand around.
That's why I just did a cantrip.
So, Druidcraft. I'm going to summon the little orb that tells you the weather.
Yeah, okay, cool. So as you do a flourish with the wand, expecting that it's going to come out the end of the wand, as that sometimes can, um, it just kind of pops off the top of your head instead, and the orb just kind of floats above your head. Does this orb say something that is audible to everybody else, or is it just to you?
Well, it changes like form to match the weather for the following day.
Oh, okay. For the following day. Woofda. Well, let's see here. Let's roll for it then. Why not just roll what it's going to tell you? I could totally do that. Right. Did I make my weather chest? I did. And there it is. All right. Yeah, okay. So you get looking at the orb comes popping out of your head, not out of the wand. So obviously you look up to it, and what you see is that it appears to be kind of a light, wispy, swamp misty kind of day, but it's light. It's not dark by any stretch. It's not like it's raining or anything like that. And the mist isn't moving like like there's buffeting winds.
Okay.
But it doesn't come out of the wand.
I'm just gonna wave it.
What do you
Alright.
have on your person that's metallic?
Maybe nothing. Let's find out. Oh, actually, I have a crowbar.
Sure. So that'll be in your pack, though, I bet, too, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so because you're holding it out here, you don't notice anything.
Alright, I'm just going to say, well, it appears it doesn't do anything for me either. Would you like to hold on to it, Dottie?
Yeah, I will hold on to it for now, and maybe after we rest, we'll get a better idea of what it does.
And those, rings, may I hold on to those? I did trade my trinket for it.
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you now, they're pretty much worthless. They're gonna rot more than anything.
Rot? Why? In what way do you mean they're going to rot?
Just from time, weather, but there's nothing magical about them, at least that I detected.
Okay. I guess I'll just stick them in my bag until they wither away. Do I feel new magical powers having it on me?
You notice no difference. You notice approximately 1 gram of weight difference.
Okay. I'm just gonna put linked rings in my bag then.
Alrighty then.
I'm sure they're very
Well-
powerful.
At least we murdered things for these.
Yep, totally worth it.
Why?
At
But
least-
Willis are evil. They're very bad. So it was fun.
Oh, well, as long as we did something good.
Now let's go and murder those little truffle stealers.
Or talk to them first.
Well, they didn't pay for the truffles, so their lives could be in exchange.
So the
Yes.
answer is murder for everything? What group am I traveling with?
Them first.
As you as you guys start, sorry, go ahead, Spencer. I kind of missed it. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying let's murder
no.
things.
Sorry, it was Jackson. It was Jackson. I
Yeah,
heard.
no, I was saying maybe we should just speak to them first.
All right, but let's keep our distance. They did ambush our friend.
Well, this is what happens when the paladin is not so present in a session. You know, we become a murder evil elbows.
Oh, well, what the heck, Elred? You didn't participate in the fight. You just dodged. I can't believe you let us
That
down.
is so
You're
mean.
a core.
Okay,
You're a conscience, Elred. What you doing?
as you guys are basically admonishing Elred for, not whatever. Anyway, the water suddenly stops spewing out of the well beside you and just. And at about this point in time, you realize that the well is actually underwater, so where you can't actually see the top of the well anymore. Dottie, you've been kind of going a little bit higher up to try to make sure that your head stays above water, and all of a sudden you kind of hear this massive sucking sound, and you can see that the water is now actually being drawn into the well instead.
That's weird.
It's not coming at a super fast speed, but it is definitely being drawn in instead.
Well, Dottie, would you like to hop on my back until the water's drained?
Sure thing.
All right. I lean down to resume my mighty steed status.
Very
I
well.
enjoyed it as a bear,
Charge!
so I'm just continuing.
So I'm picturing Shimo with his bald pate, leaning over, picking up this this halfling girl with bright bloody pink hair, and she just goes, "Charge!"
And I'm going to gallop in the direction we were going.
You two-footedly gallop through, sort of through the water. Can have dexterity saving throw.
Excellent.
It's deep water right now. Yeah.
11.
Okay, you stumble a little bit, and you're mostly because you're a lot more top heavy because of Dottie. Not a lot more top heavy. I apologize, Dottie, but you are a little bit more top heavy because you've got Dottie on your back, and you kind of swoosh your way through, kind of recapture your feet a little bit.
If you
Maybe
drop
not
me, I'll
gallop.
never forgive you.
I have the dexterity of a wood elf. I'll not drop you on my watch.
Really? Because you stumbled just a little bit, but okay, I'll trust you.
That was my magical canter.
Aha. Just like your magical flute playing.
Exactly. Now you're on track.
All right, Elred and Scrags. Anything in particular you guys are doing as you're making your way towards your quarry at this large tree stump?
How's your finger, Elred?
Aha. So Elred, for clarification purposes, you were encouraged, persuaded to allow your finger to be pricked by the sword that why can't I remember his name? Fucking
Sir
names.
Talavar?
Talavar. Thank you. That's Sir. Jeez, man. That's Sir Talavar. He was going to gift you guys this sword to test how good the sword was. You did offer to do a little bit of a pinprick on your finger with this sword, and it turned out that you didn't even need to prick it. You just actually touched it, and it immediately started to draw blood. So that's what Scrags is referring to.
Sorry.
I'm also noticing, because I have this really cool tool that lets me know this, guys, above game, Jackson's battery's about to die.
Oh,
And
that's a
he's
weird
muted.
thing to know.
Yeah. And you're muted, too. Okay, well, he'll come back when he comes back. Yay, technology. Yay, technology. Okay, so, yeah, so you guys start carrying on your way then, and I'm gonna get go with Shimo for a perception check with advantage because you've got Dottie on your back helping.
Excellent.
Question mark.
16.
Okay, 16. So as you kind of start making your way through, and are starting to notice that the water level is definitely dropping a bit, and but you're making your way through the swamp with relative ease. It goes a long time. This is a long trek to get to that, and you look at you've got your the large tree stump off in the distance, and as you keep on getting closer, because it's only silhouetted through the mist, as you get closer and closer to it, it feels like it should be right there, like just another 10 minutes away, and then you get closer, like, oh crap, it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was. Maybe another 10 minutes, maybe another 10 minutes, and it takes you hours to get to this thing, and by the time you approach it, it is nearly the width of your vision, and it is getting late.
Does this thing keep getting further away?
I think you're right.
It doesn't actually look like it's getting further away. It just looks like it's getting like that the illusion of having been of something really really large off in the distance, looking like it's actually much smaller and closer.
I think it may just be larger than we first imagined.
How
think
is
maybe-
everyone? Do you think we should camp for the night?
Maybe at least take a rest and see. Maybe a something known as maybe a shorter rest, about an hour or so. Get our bearings of the land around us. See what we can see.
I think that would work fine.
And can I find any kind of drier land, or is it all marsh? We do not hear you.
Yeah, with that perception check, thank you for the reminder. I'm going to say, well, the water level is getting quite low and rising over the course of these hours. It's getting lower and rising and lower and rising. So you know that if you were to wait for the water level to rise, you'll be able to find a small amount of land that would definitely be that would likely stay above the water level at all times. And with that perception check, I'll say it'll take you a couple of moments to kind of clock a spot, but you do eventually clock such a spot.
Okay. So I'm going to walk Dottie over to it. Here you go, my liege. We have an excellent dry area here for you.
Thanks, Shimo.
So
And I'm
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna set her down. Can I search the area for maybe berries or herbs or anything that I could do during the short rest?
Sure. So that would be a survival check. What else are the rest of you guys going to be doing during this short rest?
Can I use my last 2 sorcery points to regain a spell slot?
You certainly can.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, you search around, and it's a lot of swamp, and the few mosses that you find tend to be questionable in terms of their edibility.
Okie dokie then.
Scrags, what are you going to be doing during the short rest?
I'm going to harness my divine power and get a spell slot back. I'm going to take a short rest.
Alright.
But I can only do that once a day, so that's today's one.
Well, we might
Yep, okay.
end up sleeping for the night though, so
All right. Okay. Cool. So you make yourself a little resting spot quite comfortably. Scrags, you spend some time thumbing that coin that you have, to just kind of make a connection or try to make your best connection. What's interesting is while you're doing that, you get a sense of ever been to one of those to a kind of a social event where you're trying to go and talk to somebody, but somebody always kind of walks in the way and gets and stops you from getting there. You kind of have that sense of minor frustration while you're thumbing this. You still get your spell slot back, but it takes a lot of effort to not get really pissed off at whatever this essence is that's blocking you from her.
Also, we do hear you now, Elrid.
Okay, that's good.
I'm going to assume that this thing that was blocking me was just Shimo, and I glare at him and I tell him to go away. And he just kind of like, what?
So, Elred, did you hear the story about the pinprick on your finger?
I think I heard part of it.
Okay, I'll fill you in again. So the challenge was, you guys had just procured this sword from Sir Talavar, and Sir Talavar was, Scraggs wanted to see what kind of sword it was, and so to test it, you were persuaded or asked to, and it was you. I don't know if you failed the persuasion insight or whatever it was, but you allowed yourself to have the blade touched to your finger. And it really was only touched. It wasn't like stabbed or scratched or anything. It was just barely pressed, and it immediately caused 1 point of minor bleeding damage to your fingertip, proving that it was more than just your average dagger. So that's what Scraggs was referring to.
It was a very generous. It was a very generous thing to do.
So, anything, Elred, that you would like to do now that you guys are all kind of set up at a short rest nearby this very large tree trunk?
Not really. Probably good.
Okay. All right, then. Short rest finished. What are you guys going to do at the end of your short rest? Are you going to continue on your way towards the tree trunk?
Do we have any kind of knowledge of how long we've been going, or just like how exhausted we would be at this point?
You're physically challenged simply because you've been wading through water and muck and swamp for hours. So the short rest is probably good for your physicality. Your mind doesn't seem to be too exhausted yet. You feel it. The general feeling you guys would have would be that it would be coming close to twilight hours if you were still on Olivos.
Okay. Well, I think we should continue to move. We don't want to be too exposed and camp the night out here.
I agree, and we can always rest afterwards if we find a spot.
And maybe we can skin these ne'er-do-wells for bedding and blankets.
Wait, what?
If I remember correctly, they're on the fluffier side of bad people.
We're murdering wisps and now we're skinning bunnies?
Well,
It's
yeah.
just hunting.
Exactly.
Okay.
Again,
Who am I traveling with?
What were you saying, Scraggs?
me a bit of jugged hair.
But yes, they're brigands, not bunnies.
Bunny brigands. Let's just kill him anyway. Get it over and done with. Come on.
All right. So as Scraggs leads you off of this little knoll that you guys found to take a somewhat dry short rest, wrung out all your clothes to get rid of some of the parts of the clothes that paste your skin when they get too wet. You're now kind of making your way, because no matter what you do, you're going to have that issue continuing on anyway. You take all of about 12 steps. And after those 12 steps, you start to make out some new structures right along the water level. And water level's a little bit around ankle deep for most of you, which is like half calf height for Dottie. So it's not too deep, but you're now noticing that these lower structures are all little rickety causeways made from wooden planks. There's wide. They end up kind of creating wide winding paths that end up networking to other causeways as you get closer to them. Are you gonna now? You can either choose to go onto the causeways and walk along the wooden planks, or you could try to walk perhaps a little bit more stealthily between them, still in the swamp.
Is that over here?
That's where you are almost at. Yep.
Oh.
That's a map that we should probably refer to when everybody else is like, is that over here? Yeah, let's show the map. Huzzah.
Well, I think we should stay low. If this is a tollway of some sort that the brigands are at, we should definitely get there by surprise.
And yeah, I agree.
All right. So, as you kind of, I'm going to get you guys to all roll a
Well,
stealth check.
I can make us stealthy if you want.
Oh.
But
I
I'll be using a lot of my energy. I'm a bit pooped.
Why don't you just save
Good
it
to
and we'll
go.
try our best to be stealthy?
Well, I'm in armor. And we've got Elred over there who clanks like Mr. Clink. I don't know what we can do. We're not very stealthy. I mean, maybe Shima could go on ahead or something. But I prefer Mr. Clank over here to be in front of me because he's very good at taking a hit.
Yeah, I can go.
Well, I don't think any of us should go alone. What if Shimu and I scouted ahead?
Yeah, that's okay with me. I like Mr. Clink.
I think that's a good idea myself.
Okay.
All
yeah,
right.
I'm fairly nimble. All I have to do is
Onward.
the water.
I
All right.
have a bit of stealth myself as well.
All right, roll your stealth checks then. Okay.
Can we do
okay.
it together for advantage rather than individually?
I was
It's-
going to give someone advantage.
That could cancel out my disadvantage.
That would be a
True,
potential
I
outcome.
will do that, so
Okay,
I will calculate
So-
your disadvantage.
it's a group one, so everybody does it.
And thank goodness you did cancel it out.
Wow, nice. The first roll too. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I need yours now too, Scrags. So far, we've got 4 successes. Very nice. Very nice. So, as you guys start making your way kind of beside one of the causeways, you start walking in, and after about 15, 20 feet past one of the ends of the causeways, you start to realize that the ground is getting lower and lower and lower. And therefore, the water level is starting to get higher and higher until Dottie gets to a point where you're kind of gravitating towards the causeway just so that you'd have something to grab onto if it suddenly dips out away from you. But you don't feel like you're making any sound down here. It's a little deep for Dottie, though.
Guys, the water is getting a little high.
Do you need to hop back on?
Yeah, I think so. Better be safe.
Oh,
And then I do a
thank
whisper, charge.
Alright, so you guys start
Elrich,
moving
can I
through
get on
into the
top of
water.
you?
Sorry, go ahead. Say that again, Scrags, because I interrupted that.
Can I get on top of you, Elred? Oh, this is a bit odd for me.
How tall is Scrags?
He's a little bit taller than
Over
Dottie.
3 feet.
Oh, so we're about the same then.
Oh, okay,
I'm a
fair
little
enough
bit
then.
tall. I'll stand on my tippy toes. I'm a little bit taller. Go on.
All right. He kind of just
I'll
like
give you
hefts
a
him
leg.
up. He kind of just
So
hefts
this
him
is a-
up.
This is the first time anybody's ever actually picked Scrags up. So, Scrags, what does he feel when he's picking you up?
Extremely light. Even in the armor, he just feels extremely light and bony. And yeah, it doesn't feel pleasant. Clammy. No smell.
Well, to be fair, everybody's feeling pretty clammy right now after having been waterlogged as long as you guys have been. Even the Dragonborn.
Yeah, but you get the feeling that just Greg is just sticky anyway. It's not like he's dirty. He just seems sticky and, yeah, not nice, but not smelly.
So almost the inverse of a halfling.
Yeah, anti-halfling.
This is as opposed to an Uncle Halfling. Anyway, the so you now have this creature on your back. You guys, the two of you guys, now kind of continue to step in. I'm still keeping that stealth check, and the water level is now getting quite a bit higher for you guys too. It's kind of up to your rib cage kind of height, give or take, depending on your character's actual heights. But it starts to seem to level off. But it feels like it could dip away again at any time.
I'm definitely gonna
You
stay
still have the
close
causeway to
to.
your left.
Yeah, definitely keeping the causeway nearby just in case. Don't want to go under.
Okay.
And otherwise, I'm gonna keep an eye out for the toll booth.
Well, and you are making your way now. You're starting to see that there's other causeways that you're going to link up to the one that you're connected to, and you actually approach one and have to kind of duck underneath it to keep going. You can, and you guys can all keep your heads above the water if you want to, but you're now very much in this network of rickety wooden plank dock-like causeways. When you suddenly feel a little bit odd about your surroundings. Shimo, roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Getting this odd feeling like you might be watched. Except for Shimo. Shimo doesn't notice a thing. But everybody else, we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna play that one. Everybody else, you're starting to get the sense that you're being watched.
Do you ever get that sense that you're totally not being watched?
It's funny that you say that because something's a little weird.
I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
So,
Can I look around and see if I see anything?
yeah, sure, Dottie, you look around and you count the heads. One, okay, when there's Scrags is on Albert's back, I got Shimo here, and there's wait a second. Who is that? And you see another creature wading through the water with you that you never knew was there. And a very furry face, looking very carefully, you could see long ears off the top, and something trailing off of him on the on the top of the water, a long distance away. And as you turn to notice that he's there, he kind of grabs a leg from, grabs a bit of the causeway and jumps right on out. He says, "I wondered how long."
Who the
There
hell are
goes
you?
stealth. Let's hop up.
Say that again, Shibo.
There goes stealth. I say we hop up.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright. Can I pull me and Dottie out of the disgusting water?
You certainly can try. And just go ahead and pull yourselves up. Elred and Scrags, are you staying in the water?
No, let's get out.
All right.
We definitely lost that stealth check against the rapids.
And as you guys pull yourselves up and out, you can hear off in the distance bagpipes. Bagpipes kind of start they start kind of going, and they're a bit of a distance away, but as you notice it, you hear the kind of the direction of the sound is towards the tree a little bit. You look out, you can see a silhouette of a skiff, a little boat, a little canoe-like thing that is populated by two more creatures with long ears, and pretty certain that one of them is playing bagpipes right now, and the other one is kind of moving the skiff through, and then not a couple of seconds later another one. So then you go to look at that first creature, that first person that you saw that had managed to sneak in with your party, and he's not where you saw him on the causeway anymore. He's now on the other side of the group.
What fever dream did we end up in?
Not a dream.
I hope Shima doesn't have a flute off.
Excellent idea. I pop my flute out and
You can't.
I can't.
You don't have your flute.
Mm.
You look at the creature with the long ears, and this beautiful, long, flowing scarf that seems to be flapping in an unseen breeze, or unfelt breeze. And he's like, looking for this?
All right, I'm going to set Dottie down and tackle him.
Oh, are you? You're just going to go right in.
Going in for it. No one takes my flute.
All right, roll for initiative. I'm going to get some rolls from the team, from the chat, too. We're going to do
Right,
this. That's not what I want you to roll. I want you to roll D100, or D200,
I'm going to
or 20.
click on
Jeez.
Shimo so I can do boop. 8.
Sure?
Can I get a surprise, though, by jumping out?
Nah, he knows you're here.
Ah.
There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, so chat, you're involved in this nonsense now. Let's do this, shall we? We're going to get you to roll for me a D20. And we'll figure out where people land in this lovely initiative. And I'll take 2 rolls for that matter, chat. So, roll and then put the number 20 afterwards at Tenajberry. Nice to see you, by the way. Tenajberry? There we go. And there's a nat 20 from Elred, of course. Right? I know, it's all new. So the way that you would type it is you would go exclamation point roll and space and then 20 to do it. And put a space between roll and 20. Got it. That's the stuff. So there's one, and I'll take another one as well. Actually, you know what? I'll do the next one myself here. Let's see here. I need to pull that creature out here as well. Where are we? This is a named dude. I go into my named NPCs list. There we go.
Oh, I'm taking names, so it's good he's got one.
Indubitably. And there we go. Okay. Make him a little bit more like your guys' size. Cool. Yeah, it will. So Janet backwards. Okay, so can I call you Janet then? Is that okay? And we need some more stuff. So let's get there's so many of the things, so many of the sheets on this one, guys. Apologies. Okay, let's get you up here. And let's get them in the initiative count. All right. Alrighty, cool. So, pull up our initiative tracker. And, I don't have Elred's, but that's okay. You did nat 20, so I'll add you in. That probably just means you didn't click your token first.
Oh, yep. Whoops.
That's all right. And we're going to add in Janet's roll for me. And find them. Where are they in my list? Oh, that's the wrong list. That's why. They are right here. That one and that one. All right. Alrighty, that'll do the trick. And then we're gonna add that works. All right. So in this case, it is a. Oh wow, they have a nice dex. So with that 12 plus their dex, they sit here in the initiative order instead. And we start. Elred, you immediately see Shimo start kind of pushing between you guys to go and attack this Harangon. What are you gonna do? Oh, actually, hang tight. Elred, what's your dexterity modifier?
Oh, just +1. So Dottie would go first.
Yeah, you're right. It would be Dottie first.
Can I shout, "Get him"? As a free action?
Yeah, you could do that before the whole thing starts, for sure.
Alright. Get him!
So, Dottie, what do you do?
So if I were to cast Charm Person, would it be at advantage to them since this is technically combat?
What's the feature that allows you to do that?
I just have Charm Person as a first level spell.
Okay, I gotta read Charm Person apparently again. Charm Person. I haven't seen it in combat. It's not. I don't think it's going to be an advantage. Oh, and does so if your You know what? I would give that to you.
Okay.
Yep.
So I was just asking if the Harrington would have advantage since we technically attacked it.
Oh, I see. Why can't I read? I'm not reading today. Does so with advantage. Yeah, because we're now in initiative and it can definitely see the ill intent of this wood elf. It would definitely have its mind steeled up and prepared.
Okay. I'm gonna try anyway.
No, Janet, it's not problematic. That's kind of the vibe I was going for. All right. So, Charm Person, and it is a wisdom saving throw. So this is a chance, Janet. If you want to roll for that, you certainly can. Let's see here. You roll for it, and I'll add his wisdom modifier. Or anybody else in the chat. And if not, then I'll roll it here real quick too. Interesting. Okay, cool. There it is, coming. Oh, it's still, there it is. 6. Okay, cool. That's a nice roll. And it definitely, what's your DC again? I'm pretty certain it's going to beat it.
Absolutely. It's a 14.
Yeah. Okay, good. Cool. So, with that, yeah, you try to get into his brain. What would you say?
I would just say, let's not fight. Just give the flute back. Everything's going to be fine.
You think it's your flute? It's not. And stay out of my head.
Oh, okay. Get him!
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Elred, your turn.
All right. Well, if charming didn't work, let's go. We're gonna move up, and we're gonna do the thing.
All right, go ahead, do the thing.
How far away is the rabbit?
He's probably about. By the time this starts, it would have been about 10 feet away from anybody in your group. And being as you are trying to push past Elred, you about 10 feet away from him too. Yeah,
Cool.
that will hit. A 22 will most definitely hit. So yeah, you go ahead and take a swing at it, and he kind of flourishes his scarf out of the way and allows himself to take a little bit of a smack. You cause 7 points of damage, right?
Have we had had a long rest since last time? Or since, was there a long rest during the previous session?
Yes, there was.
Okay, cool. In that case, that's 14 damage actually.
Actually, hang tight. No, it hasn't. We haven't had a long rest last session.
Oh, never mind then. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
This might. Want to save my spell slots?
Wait. If you need a spell slot, you can use. I don't know if you'd allow him to retroactively.
I mean,
do it.
I don't need a
Use
spell
it
slot.
fine.
Like I've got 2 more left. I just don't want to. Just.
Okay, no, but you can always get a spell slot back when you channel your
Yeah.
divinity.
No, I know. But it's more
Mm.
just like. It's more just I'm gonna be more conservative with them because I have.
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so 7 points of damage. He flourishes the scarf out of the way and allows him to take himself to take a little bit of it, and he just kind of winces and fun. Scrags, it's your turn.
Right. Are we? I kind of look at Shimo. Are we murdering him?
If he
Am I,
stands,
Shimo?
if he stands against us, there's very little we can do besides force.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, mate. No offense, but you're gonna die. And I will cast a spiritual hammer.
I mean,
Ooh, a hammer.
I would have been a little bit more communicative, but he's hitting me where it hurts.
And I yeah, he hit you in the flute. That's very nasty. And my spiritual weapon will attack.
And show me that attack.
25
Oh, 25. Yeah, it definitely hits.
for 8 force, max damage.
Nicely done. You guys got the rolls
And
going on. Okay.
I will then attack with my dagger. Oh.
Okay. Get her done. +1.
Die, you bastard!
It gets smacked by the hammer and the hell, and it sees you coming with the dagger and just and that's it.
I'll get you thing. That's my turn.
All right. Alrighty, so this now is my turn. Haha. Okay, so not that sounded vicious as it should have. So approaching you guys at a little bit more of a clip now is a couple of skiffs with each with 2 herringon in it, and you kind of saw them silhouetted. Now they're definitely much closer and in view. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, cool. So then I got to do these. Make sure. Okay, cool. It does that. Marvelous. So one of them clocks let's see here. Elred and Scrags are the ones who've actually made I gotta do a perception check here too. Let's see something. Perception. Let's do this. That is, never mind. They don't see anything specific, so they just decide they're gonna go for. So you're gonna have 2. There's gonna be for each Elred and Scrags. They're going to kind of throw some things at your general direction, or do some flinging of things. Each one of you guys are going to get a sling attack and a light crossbow attack. And so that is a 15 to hit Elred.
Nope.
How about a 20 to hit?
Yeah, that'll take it.
All right, so with a 20, you take 4 points of damage, and you go as a crossbow bolt kind of slips in to your shoulder, just kind of up on this muscle, and You twist to look to see where it came from, and you see only one Harangon in the boat at this point in time. Scrags, you also are going to have have a rock kind of come flying past your head. That is definitely going to go, and you hear off in the boat, ah, shit! And as you hear that, a little twang does a 12. Oh, hang tight. No, I'm at advantage right now because I have pack tactics. So 24 to hit with the rock and a 12 to hit with light crossbow. Does the 24 hit?
24 hits.
How about the 12?
Nope.
Didn't think so. So you get schmucked in the back of the head by a rock, and then just as your head kind of ducks, just behind your head flies a crossbow bolt. And that ends their turn. All of my characters ended up at the same spot in the initiative, so I guess there's that as a bonus.
What was the damage on the rock?
5 points of damage. Okay, and I gotta look something else up here real quick.
I assume when we took a long rest, we could get back some hit points. Oh, sorry, a short rest.
You would have had to have done it at the short rest time.
Okay, all right. Danger.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. So then I need to. Okay, I need to do some minor adjustments here, but I can do that afterwards. We're going to, yeah, he sees Elred first as the biggest threat at this point in time, and out from under his cloak, he produces this glowing. This rod with a glowing head of some sort of strange shape on it. And just like thrusts this thing at you. Let's see here. Does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
All right, so you take 10 points of fire damage, and as you feel it kind of hit you in the chest, hit you on the shoulder, and you could feel it singe and sear into your scales. And he pulls it away, and as he pulls it away, he disappears from view from you. You can't see him anymore. As he lets go, he also jumps clear across to a completely different causeway about 20 feet away from you. You're kind of at this point where in the causeway the causeways kind of meet, and then there's another branch that comes off of it, so he actually jumps to that branch instead. So you're all left on this causeway. Elred, you can't see him. Let's see here. Okay, that brings us to Shimo.
Excellent. Long jumping in D&D, is that if you have a run up, is it half your movement speed or?
I think it depends on your strength.
Long jump.
I forget what the exact thing is, but I'm pretty sure it relates to your strength, not your movement speed.
Yeah. But as a monk, you might have. Oh, you're only a small bit of a monk.
Okay, so let's see here. Movement and jumping. The rules are when you're trying to do a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet first.
Okay.
Now, if you can give me something flavorful, I might have some fun with that, because I'm personally assuming that you're running 10 feet flat and then jumping. Might be a bit different if you're not on flat ground.
It's really based on strength score, because I could do something really weird with that.
Yeah, it is. What are you thinking?
All right. I'm going to turn into a bear with a huge strength score.
Interesting. All right.
Run up and leap
Do
19
a
feet.
do a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Let's see.
19 feet. That's not how the long jump works.
I thought you said up to your strength score.
Yeah, it is. I stand corrected.
Hmm.
Wow. That's wild.
So you said
Bears
dex?
can actually
Yeah.
run really fast.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Oh god, that's my second one on.
Oh, that's all right. So, as you uh, kind of morph into a bear, first of all, you are Dottie. I need you to do a dexterity saving. No, wouldn't be Dottie. Yeah, it kind of would be Dottie. Dexterity saving throw for me. Ah, okay, cool. All right, so, uh, Dottie, you get kind of shoved back onto your butt. You're now prone on the causeway, but it's kind of to your benefit a little bit because as Shimo morphs into this large bear, you hear as he falls through the causeway out into the water.
Shibo!
Can I still take my movement?
Yeah, you can. It's difficult terrain, but you can.
Okay. Difficult terrain. I can move 20 feet up to the causeway.
Mm-hmm. Bear
Uh,
swimming in. Guess I should pull out your new bear token.
Bear token. Oh, so if I have
That's a
a
really big bear.
movement speed and a climb speed, can I get up to it then climb up?
You can do a little bit of each, to a maximum of. Well, it depends. He would have been about 10 feet away from you, where you fell through it. So you would have been able to swim 10, which is. Hang on. You have 40 feet of movement normally.
Yes.
So at difficult terrain, you've now used up half of your available movement. You can now switch your half movement to a different style and use half of your movement to climb, half of your climbing speed to get the rest of the way if you wanted to, up to him.
Okay, well, I've got 15 feet of climbing speed then.
Then you can get up there.
All right, I'm
But that'll be
doing
all of
it.
your movement.
Great. Am I in melee range now?
You are definitely in melee range.
Okay, we are doing a full attack.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I can take both attacks. Let's start us with a bite of 11.
All right. That does. Yeah. You crawl up and out. Just, oh, big fella, and just around your jaws.
All right, then we're going into a karate stance. I'm gonna get up, spread my legs, take a horse stance, and fire a claw at him
All right.
for 9.
Yeah, and he looks up as you kind of stand up and looks up at you like ducks.
All right, he's going down. One day I'll get a good roll.
Ends your turn then?
Yep, that's my turn.
Dottie, it is up to you next.
All right. I'm going to. Can I see the one that Shimo's attacking right now?
Yeah, definitely. It's really hard to not see him because of the 15-foot long flowing blue scarf behind him that seems to have no wind holding it afloat, and yet it stays afloat. It's like a beacon to him at the moment.
All right. So I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at first level, and I'm going to throw in my Tides of Chaos to get advantage.
Ah, all right. Go for it.
Nat 20.
Nice. All right. That was brilliant. So then, I
It's
wish.
just 6 lightning. Oh, that was a balls roll.
Aw, that was a balls roll. Okay, well, it was still a nice nat 20 because it definitely hits. So.
Oh, and one more
Yeah.
thing. I'm good.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you release this witch bolt, and you can see you guys can all see the arc of lightning go towards, and it kind of actually connects with him, along the scarf and up into his neck, and just a little bit of a jolt, like licking a battery kind of feel. And yeah, you definitely caused some damage, and he did not avoid it.
Okay. Nice. And I'll say, just give the flute back and I'm not gonna fry you.
All right. That brings us to Elred. Before you go, though, Elred, I need to check something out here real quick. Yeah. Oh, it's slower than molasses right now. Okay. Huh. Yeah, okay. Cool. Elred, go ahead and do your turn then, please.
All right. So there's some on Shimo, right?
Uh,
I thought, or not Shimo. Scrags, right?
well, Scrags, you can still see, like, you can see everybody else. You just can't see the guy that you just hit. He's just
Okay,
gone.
yeah,
And you do still have this brand on your shoulder.
yeah. Weird. Yeah. If I
But
can't
you
see him, I'm gonna.
rephrase. You also can see two more Harengon, like the one that got you with a crossbow bolt. You can see them in the skiffs now, very close by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? Let's go to them. How far away are they?
You would have to take probably. You could potentially do 10 feet of running and then jump to one of the skiffs. That is something you could easily do.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to roll for me a quick intelligence check.
Oh no.
Okay. All right then. Then a dexterity saving throw.
Hmm.
Oh, jeez. All
We
right,
are
so
rolling low
you go to
tonight,
run.
boys.
We are to low. Oh my goodness! You run across this causeway, and take a couple of steps. You're running kind of in front of. No, you wouldn't run that way. Never mind. I have to fix that because you would not run in the middle of a witch bolt. You would have to run behind. So you'd have to actually jump. Okay. Sorry, I'm retconning that just a little bit. You're going to be running across that hole that Shimo fell through, and it's about 10 feet. So you're going to be able to jump that 10 feet, and then we'll do the dexterity save to see if you could actually get enough of your footing to do another jump towards one of these skiffs, and the plank that you landed on was just a little bit loose still from having been broken through, and so you end up not landing on the skiff but in the water beside the skiff, and you can grasp the skiff on your way down if you want, or you could just land in the water. What do you think you're going to do?
Sorry. Can you repeat the skiff part? Just like so I
So
can
like
try to grab onto it.
he's gonna, yeah, you can try to grab onto the skiff as you're falling because you're not going to make it to the skiff.
Yeah.
Or you could just fall in the water beside it. It's up to
Yeah.
you.
I'd probably
What do you
just
want
try to
do?
grab on.
Okay, then that's going to make me do saving throws. So that's going to be chat. Dax back. Let's do this, buddy.
The
My,
entire skiff collapses and bunnies go everywhere.
that would be hilarious if that was the case. We'll see here. Either that or there it is. Got it. Oh, take the D off. Oh, it's not going to work for you now, is it? Rats. All right, I'll do it. Oh, it is. Woot. Okay, good. So, there you grab onto the skiff. The skiff kind of does this thing on it, and the two creatures inside the skiff. Actually, one of them you didn't even realize was there until you were already on them because they hid after they shot you. The one that hid is kind of down low. The one up high, the one that's got a sling ready to go, and it has to gather their feet, but they are able to gather their feet underneath them. You still have, from where you are, actions, bonus actions.
Yeah. But I'm not in the boat.
You're not in the boat. You're holding on to the edge of the boat.
Do I need both hands? Like, or am I good to? Like, am I gonna need both hands to hold on?
You could probably hold on. There, your feet can find purchase underneath you. It's just whether or not you actually.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's. Can I just try to tip the boat?
Yeah, you can. Go for an athletics check.
Come on.
Oh. So you're gonna be able to tip the boat, but whether or not it's going to be with enough force to really knock these pairs off their kilter, they're going to use. What can they use? Can they use? Hang on. Nope, they don't have that. Nope, neither one of them have that. So that's all well and good. You're going to be able to tip the boat. It's going to take a lot of effort to do it because of how many are in there, but you're tough. Yeah. And so you tip it over, but they just kind of sink into the water gently beside you.
Yeah. All right. And I assume that was my action for the turn?
That would be your action, yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
They are now within stabbing range, though.
They are indeed.
What's the point? I just want to double check, make sure none of my spells or anything are a bonus action. Yeah. Yeah, nope. I'm just gonna chill with these dudes then.
All right, chilling out with the dudes. Scrags, you are now left by yourself on the causeway. Take a little bit of damage too.
I'm pretty hurt. So what I'm gonna do is my spiritual hammer. My spiritual weapon. Can it actually move to either the guys that were in the boat or move to the rabbit that is tangoing with the Shimo? It can go 20 feet. And it hovers, so it doesn't.
He did only hop 20 feet, so you can get him there. Yeah.
I couldn't possibly reach the guys in the boat?
No, they're like 40, 50 feet away from you.
All right, so I will go to him, and I will bonk him on the head.
All right. Roll for bonk.
Bonk.
Yeah, that bonk is a miss, unfortunately. So you command this hammer to go over to him, and it swings, and he just kind of ducks around it.
Okay. Now, how far are Dottie, Shimo, and Elred from me?
So Shima will be about 20 feet from you, so 25-ish feet from you. Dottie is about 10. Elred is now probably about 35, 40 feet away from you.
Okay.
40 feet. 40 feet for sure.
All right. I would like... I'm going to do a tricksy move. And I am going
Alright.
to use my channel divinity.
Ah, okay.
And I'm going to... I can get to within 30... It can start within 30 feet of me. And it can move then 30 feet. As far as I can see, I'm not using any bonus actions.
You haven't yet, so as a bonus action on your turn, you can move it too.
Oh no, I have. I use my hammer as a bonus action, so it'll
Oh, that is
start
true.
30 feet. It'll start 30 feet from me, so it'll be a few feet away from from Elred, and I will drop prone.
You
so
yourself
I'm-
will drop prone, but your duplicate's going to stay up. So here's the thing.
Yes.
If it's going to be 30 feet towards Elred, it's going to be in the water.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so now do you want it submerged in the water, or do you want it walking on water?
I'm gonna have it walking on the water.
All
It's
right.
making it like a target, and I'm prone, so hopefully no one's going to see me. And I will. That's my turn.
All right, so you drop prone. You make yourself as invisible as possible from in this open causeway area, but Shimo, you'll clock this with your passive perception. Dottie, you'll see it too. Elred, you'll definitely see it. There is now a dark shrouded short figure standing on the water nearby you.
Mhm.
And that brings us to Haragon, to the Haragon and the skiffs, which is now two of them are no longer in the skiffs. So they are going to, the two that are right beside you, one of them is going to kind of pull to yank out a club and go to attack you. Elred. And I'm going to guess a 4 does not hit.
Nope.
Oh, I should have Dak rolling this. I should have the chat rolling this. Go ahead, chat. Roll this out for me again. Okay, and then the other Harangon, the one that was flinging rocks through a sling, is let's see here. Ah, that's a good one. That is a 16 to hit. Does that hit you?
No.
No, it does not hit you. Okay, so that was an 11 plus 5. That does not quite hit. That's unfortunate for me, but great for you. We're going to go to then the other two that are still in a boat, and they're kind of trying to... Ooh, we got to do another... I'm just going to have you roll a bunch of times if I can here, Dak. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do one here myself. We're going to do this one as a perception check to see if they can see through your illusion. What's your DC on your spells, please, Scrags?
My DC. The thing is though, it's not an illusion spell as such. It's
Right.
just treated as a
No, it's going to be whether or not they
perfect
see you drop. Then roll me a stealth check for when you try to
Oh.
drop yourself prone.
Okay, so I'd have disadvantage.
Could still be a good roll. You guys have had some all over the map rolls today.
7.
Nope, not gonna. Okay, so they're able to see you, but they're also very far away from you, and they're not really going to be able to do anything yet. So they're going to try and... Oh, the lightning bolt person. They're going to say, no, don't stop lightning bolt our leader, if you will. And so they are going to fling stuff. Let's go. One of them shoots at Dottie. Does a 20 hit.
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay, you take 5 points of damage, and let's go for another roll from the chat. While you're doing that, I'm going to get you to roll for me a con save. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh well.
How am I good at this?
There it is. How'd it go, buddy? Yeah. So you're you're able to keep concentration on the witch bolt. So you take the shot, but So you got now a bolt sticking out of your shoulder. Like, no, I'm holding this on him. The other one flings a sling at you, and I'm gonna bet, but you're gonna have to tell me whether or not I'm wrong, that this is gonna miss you. I'm pretty certain. Actually, I'm not sure. Does a 13 miss you?
That's my AC exactly.
That's your AC. It does hit. All right, so then we're gonna roll out as a rock suddenly rocks your temple. You take an additional 6 points of damage. I need you to give me another con save.
Okay. I'm at half health.
Don't worry, Baramo is going to bring down the hammer.
Nice. Your cons are awesome. That is fantastic.
Gotta love being a halfling.
No kidding. All right. Looking up at you, Baramo, branding iron in hand, he looks at you and says, nah, and shoves it at you. Does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
You take 11 points of damage, and he disappears from view from you as well. And he then spins around, says, nothing on a bear, and moves directly towards you, Dottie. So now your witch bolt is like right there in front of you, and he will take a swing at you himself. This time, does a 10 hit?
No.
They're
all coming after me.
Yeah. That brings us to
very
Baramo.
soon- So
Baramo,
I no
you can't
longer
see
know
him
where
anymore.
he is at all.
Yep, he's just gone.
Oh. So what am I closest to then?
What you sense yourself closest to right now is, well, you know that he was right in front of you, and now he's gone. You can see a Scrags walking on water to your left, a overturned skiff, and two Harengon that are engaged with Elred right now, and then another skiff beyond where there are some people taking shots. And actually, I need to see if one of them hides well enough to. Oh yeah, one of them obviously tries to hide, but you're too tall. You can see his back as he kind of dips down into the skiff. Probably the one carrying the light crossbow.
Oh, can I smell the scarved guy?
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Roll perception check. It would have been an
With
advantage,
advantage.
except he's invisible, so that gives you disadvantage. So it's just a straight roll.
Nat 20.
And never mind. You can smell him. Actually, it's not even him you smell. You smell your flute.
Gonna charge it.
All right. You're gonna charge him? Okay, roll out. Tell me what's going down.
Okay, so he's next to Dottie, correct?
He is. Yeah, he's next to Dottie. He's interposing you and Dottie right now. He's right in between the two of you guys.
So I'd get to flank him?
You would.
Alright, I'm flanking him. I'm gonna bring the bite down on him.
Okay. This will be a
For a
straight.
nat 20.
Oh no! It was a straight roll though, because you can't actually see him, and so that immediately gives you disadvantage. That is so amazingly sad. I want to give it to you, but I can't. Okay. Yeah. So still, nonetheless, you take your claw. You go to try to grip him. You don't know what you're gripping though. And so as you chomp down, you just try to make sure that what you go for is beside the smell of your flute, the source of your of that smell. So that you end up, and Dottie, what you see as you've got him witch bolted, this bear comes looming up and down on his arm and just, 9 points of damage.
And I have multi-attack for my regular attack, so...
Oh, dang.
Throw out that 22 claw for 9 more damage.
Oh, yeah, you rip his arm off. He's
Is he
still
still
up.
up?
It's like, "Ah!
Well, then that's going to be a bonus action for a bear roundhouse of 8.
8 does not hit.
He's very lucky that doesn't hit because that was a 14.
It was a 14. Well then, he is going to. He dodged the first one, but you caused some serious damage on this thing. So let's see here. I want to do my math. There it is. Okay, yeah, he's hurt badly. I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna take that back and say because he's got uncanny dodge, he can actually prevent you from completely ripping it off. But you've degloved his arm. We'll say that.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Finish
so
him.
he still has his
I can't
arm.
say. I can't say
Alright.
finish him, Dottie, but I can say.
Dak. Oh, that's unfortunate. That would have been a fun story to go with. Dak in the chat after I said you removed his arm. Now beat him to death with it. All right, that's gonna bring us to Dottie.
I'm gonna keep the damage for the witch bolt going, so it's
Go
another
for it.
D12. 12.
And he's already used his uncanny reaction dodge, so he can't You just kind of you see this, and you see the bare muscle, and you're like, okay, enough with the scarf, and you redirect it into his bare muscle up, and he falls over.
Did I do it? Did I kill him?
Yeah, your witch bolt no longer operates because he is very down.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okie doke. That I'm gonna pause before I get to Elred's turn mostly because I have to read something.
Shouldn't have taken my flute. He could have kept his arm.
Okay. Elred, as it becomes at the beginning of your turn, you are noticing the two creatures, the two Harengon that are beside you. They look up and they're like, "Huh!" What are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're getting stabbed. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna cast sleep.
Oh, how interesting. You go to grab your holy symbol and you can't find it.
Oh. That's okay. Okay. Well then, I'm mad. So we're gonna go back to plan A.
Nice. Okay, I haven't got any tokens up for these guys, so I'm just gonna
19
control
damage.
I'm gonna actually keep track of the health points here in the Twitch chat because I wasn't smart enough to bring things to write down. So the first one that you're gonna hit Damn, son. Okay, so that is. Yeah, he's out. You're pissed. You take a longsword and you just cleave him up. That's one action. Do you have any others? Or bonus actions you can do?
No.
All right. Yeah, you just split this one dude in half. The other one is kind of behind him. Gently landed in the water, was about to come has come and tried to get to you. But now sees basically his friend split in half at the ears. So, Scrags, you're prone. You have a shrouded duplicate of yourself in the water, standing on the water nearby Elred. What are you going to do?
I'm going to have my duplicate walk up to the Harengon of the water.
Okay.
And just be extremely aggressive, like pulling out a knife, and as if it's going to hold it to his throat, and obviously it can't, it's just an illusion, but it's being extremely aggressive.
Okay.
And
your spiritual weapon can make it to the other skiff if you want, by the way.
But I've already used my bonus action.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. As an action, I can cast spells through my duplicate. So I will touch Elred, and I will do a Cure Wounds.
Nice. Roll for health. It's coming, and yeah, 4 extra points of
4?
healing to
Wow.
Elred.
Oh, what's the point? Okay, 4 points of healing, and that's my turn.
All right.
Seriously, 4?
Yeah, okay. So we get to the ones in the skiffs. The one that's beside you just starts kind of moving away and disengages from you, Elred, and goes towards the other skiff and crawls up into it. The other skiff starts kind of back paddling and tries to paddle away from you guys.
Does that mean I get an opportunity attack?
He disengaged, so it
Okay.
removes the opportunity
Fair
attack,
enough.
unfortunately. And they're now booking it. They're now trying to get out of here. That will actually drop us out of initiative and put us quietly in the swamp.
Yeah, I'm gonna change
Shimo,
back
you're
to Shimo form.
sure you still, even in Shimo form, you still can't see what you just bit and tore apart. You can't even see, because the witch bolt has now died away. You can't even see a target.
Oh,
I'm
I
good.
see a target, and it is that boat, and I'm going to produce flames and try and sink it.
Oh,
I'll add a
okay.
firebolt to it.
Go ahead, both you guys
I
roll
have an
your, because
arrow
this is
sticking out of my shoulder. I'm pissed.
all right. Let's see that firebolt.
There we go.
Yeah, the firebolt's gonna hit the boat. The produced flame is kind of like a lob, and it just kind of lands behind the boat as they're paddling away. But because the firebolt is a bolt and almost straight, it does actually hit the boat. 9 points of fire damage. And now you've got one of these guys that are trying to bail water onto the fire to try to put it out. The other one is still trying to paddle away. It's slowed down a lot.
How far
I'll
away
just
are
keep
they?
lobbing them.
I'm gonna say that at about this point in time, they are closing in on another causeway that's about 30 feet away from you.
Got it. And I'm gonna cast Compelled Duel on the one that was in the water with me.
Still don't have your holy symbol.
It doesn't require material components.
What?
Compelled Duel is just verbal.
Spellcasting focus. Yeah. All right. Compelled to. Now he wasn't
it's a
in the water.
DC 12.
He's now
Wisdom
actually in
save.
that skiff trying to put the water out. DC 12
Yep.
wisdom save. Okay, we're gonna have some fun
That
with
means
this.
if he tries to leave it means if he tries to get away more than 30 feet away from me, he has to make a wisdom save. Otherwise, he can't.
He fails. So he's like,
So it is another wisdom save if he tries to move out of the range. So
okay, but he's not the one that's trying to move out of the range. Nonetheless, what's going to happen is he's also going to feel like he's compelled to be in range with you. And so he's going to kind of get this weird head glob kind of feel going on. Look at you and like, oh no. And he rolls out of the boat and lands in the water. He's got his club ready to go.
all right.
And all you hear from the other Harangon are, what do you fuck it, and they just keep on going.
Can I keep lobbing firebolts at the boat?
You sure can, yeah.
Cool. Do you want another roll?
Yeah, I do. I want one more roll because now it's a little bit more distant.
Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, it's still gonna hit. I mean, it's a boat. So,
Ignore the 6, but it's an 8.
okay, it's 8 more point. Yeah. They immediately get close enough to the causeway that they leap out of the boat and onto the causeway, and you could just see them kind of bound off into the mist. Burning boat left behind.
Can I feel around for the body that I can't see?
Totally, you can.
I can feel or I can't feel?
You do feel. You can feel him. And I want you to roll a nature check or a survival check, your choice.
Let's see.
This just got weird. Or could get weird. Yeah. Okay. So you grip down and you feel what you think might be an arm, and you kind of start trying to go out towards the arm. It gets thicker, and wait a second, no, that's not an arm, that's not even a leg, that's something else now, and we're gonna go a different direction now.
Oh, is
What
it
are
my
you looking
flute?
for?
My flute.
No.
I think he's meaning rabbit penis.
I'm going to think it's my flute, and then I'm going to think it's my flute.
No.
Don't play it, Shimo. It's a trap.
Oh god.
Okay.
As General Akbar said, don't do it.
It's not solid. We'll put it that way.
It doesn't feel like a flute.
I'm going to then keep searching for things
Okay.
that are flutes.
Roll me an investigation check then. Jeez.
4. My rolls.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're gonna be spending some time at this for sure. What are the rest of you guys doing while Shimo is feeling up an invisible corpse?
Can I check to see if anything's missing from me?
You certainly can. Yeah, that would be a quick investigation check. Won't be hard. Not a high DC. Because you know what's on you, but you have to kind of go through things because you like to hide things on your persons from time to time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, as far as you can tell, you've got everything on you.
All of the 5s.
The important things that you always remember. The, like your coin, your newfound dagger, all of those things, they seem to be in place. What else, guys?
I mean, I'm gonna fight this dude.
All right. If you're gonna fight it, we're just gonna play it out because this will not take long. You guys get closer together. How?
I want to.
Go ahead, roll your attack.
I'm trying to do non-lethal. I just want to knock him out.
Interesting.
Actually, you know, for this case, I'm actually just gonna take out my mace.
Oh, okay. So as you walk over, you're switching your weapon. I get it. Cool. Roll for mace.
Do the 12 hit?
Let's find out. No, 12 does not hit. It hits. It grazes across his armor. He takes his club and he gives you a solid one-handed bat swing. 19 because of Dak's roll in the chat.
Oh, exactly hits.
It hits. So you take a D4 and some more damage. Yeah, you take 4 points of damage as club across the face.
All right.
This will go fast. So everybody else is like, while Shimo's feeling up invisible corpses, I'm gonna get you to roll again. Yep. Yeah, that definitely hits this time.
Yeah, bam.
Bam. He's gonna do a wisdom save after that too. So he's got okay. That is where I'm saving it.
Why is he making another wisdom save?
Because you just smacked him.
That he doesn't have to.
No way. I am now recreating all my paladins with compelled duel because that's freaking amazing.
It's if another ally attacks him, or if any of if I attack anything else.
Because the number of times I've ever DM'd this spell is now.
No, it's amazing. It's so good.
For the disadvantage on. Oh, it has disadvantage too?
Against other creatures.
Other than you. Okay, cool. Gotcha. It spells at the ends of attack if you attack any other creature, and you're only attacking this dude. Oofda. All right. Well, he's gonna have to go for it again. Yeah. You clobber him, and you clobber him. Pardon me, hard. But he's not down yet. He kind of stumbles a little bit, picks himself back up. He's like swings his, oh yeah, totally telegraphs this time though, and you're able to just parry it away with a 9 plus 4 is 13 to hit. It's not going to hit you.
Alright.
You get one more go at it. You going for less lethal?
Gosh dang it. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm not
no, you
hitting.
get another swing. You got another swing, and he's now kind of woozy, and you can't clock him as easily as you meant to. And then he kind of just grabs his attention again, ducks out of the way. We got one more coming up from Dak, hopefully, or from anybody else in the chat that's there. And to be clear, I'm going to put this out there right now. If you guys are, if the players are in the chat, you don't get to roll. I had that problem on Friday. And you can't use the guild points when you're not a spectator. So, just saying, it was a particularly well-used thing. But I'm looking for one more. Hopefully we can get one more out of this. Yeah, okay, so it's a 16. So he does another swing, and this time he goes for your chest, hits you in the chest, but it doesn't cause you damage because of your armor. It changed the game in a small way. It changed the game in a big bloody way. All right.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna switch gears because now you guys are actually watching these two parry in the water, and if you just want to sit and watch this happen, you can.
Can I just lob a firebolt at the rabbit?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. It's my favorite spell right now because
so far it's been like 20 seconds of them fighting in this water.
We are trying not to kill him.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's true. And a 13, does it 13? You let it fly, but it hits the water right under the Harengon's armpit. You can just see steam kind of up. Elred, you will have noticed. I'm gonna roll this time.
That's fair.
For this brigand. I'm gonna roll to see if he smacks you. Does a 19? I think a 19 hits.
It does.
Yeah. So smack across the chest. This time, same spot, but it manages to kind of dent the armor in. You take a good solid wallop from him. 4 more points of damage. Still, it's your turn next again.
All right.
If he misses, can I take something?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can. Go for it. Because he missed.
What is happening?
What is happening?
Can you do a wisdom save? DC 13.
Yeah, he can. He fails. What did you do on him?
Did a toll the dead, but non-lethal.
Non-lethal. So that means you can choose to not use the big D12 if you don't want to.
And the spell does end because a friendly creature damaged it.
Yeah. So you are using the D12 for sure?
If I use the D12 as more it's will kill him, is it?
Probably, yes.
All right,
Whereas
so I'll
it's
use
less
the
likely.
D10.
Yeah, that would be your other option. And you could choose that. Yeah, so just all of a sudden, he does another swing, he hits you, you swing back, and he's like... and he falls into the water, under the water.
Pick him up. I wants to chat with him.
That's why I knocked him out. Yeah, just gonna heave him over my shoulder and take him out of the water. All
right. So you pick him up, you take him out of the water, you kind of lay him down on the causeway.
Wait, let's
search behind Shimo, who is currently still searching the other body. You gonna search him? Go ahead, Dottie. Do the investigation check.
Yeah, I'm
then.
gonna search this guy. 22.
22. So what you find on this person is a club and a sling. Pardon me. There's not a lot else on him. Couple of coins. Let's roll some coins out. Let's roll. Yeah, so he's got 3 silver coins that don't look Wesmian at all. And we'll do this. Oh, that didn't like that. It didn't like that. Let me try that again. Hang on. Yeah, 3 silver coins that don't look Wesmian at all, and a gold coin that does look Wesmian.
And no sign of Elred's holy symbol.
Not on this creature, no.
Okay.
Gonna...
I'll take the weapons.
Oh yeah,
away,
I'm also
so it
gonna
doesn't have
drag.
it when we
I'm
wake
also
up.
gonna drag the one that I killed out of the water, so we can search that one too.
That's who Dottie was searching.
Oh, that is okay. I'll search the one
Yeah.
that's unconscious right now.
Oh, sorry, hang tight. I misunderstood. Dottie's the one that you just knocked on. Dottie just searched the one that you
Yes,
just knocked
the
unconscious.
one I
You're now
just
gonna
killed,
go get the other
though.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go ahead and pick him up. He's split in half. He's on the dock. You can go
Yeah.
ahead and search him if you would like.
Yep.
Okay, and so Dottie, you took those weapons, is that right?
Oh, that's correct.
Okay.
Just so I
So
wouldn't
go ahead.
have it when it wakes up.
Sure, so go ahead and roll an investigation check then, Elred.
All right.
Shimo, you're super frustrated. You can't find your flute.
I'm just gonna keep at it.
All right.
Hey, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one, actually. So on him, you're able to find a quiver full of crossbow bolts and a club as well. A club that was that you knew the club was there, occurring to you at this point in time that he should have had a crossbow too, and probably got left under the water. So you could go and search for it under the water if you want. That's
Yeah.
pretty much all that this one has.
Okay. God damn it. Yeah.
But you also can't see the body that Shima was searching. Neither can Shima, but that's beside the point, apparently.
Can I go over and help Shimo?
Yeah, you can. Now that you got the help action, Shimo, go ahead and roll one more time. We'll take your first roll on it.
Yay! I get things.
Brilliant. So, as you're kind of moving things around, Dottie kind of lifts up a shoulder that's been degloved and kind of just reveals a few things. You're still patting him around on the rear end, and she takes your hand and puts it on the flute,
Thank you,
which
Dottie.
just so happens to also have a holy symbol in that same space. And so you actually get both the holy symbol and the flute.
That's the
Dottie's... Is this yours, Dottie? And I hold out the holy symbol.
And now
Yeah,
you can
it's
see
not
them
mine.
because they're no longer on the Herringon's person. You can now see them.
Great.
Probably
And can I
either
find that?
Scrags or Elred.
Oh, here. Could you return this to them?
Absolutely.
And can I find that weapon he was using?
You can, with that 21, you certainly would be able to. Let me find them out. Find out what it is. Oh yeah, the branding iron. So yes, you are able to pull out that branding iron and you can have a look at it. And what you see on the end of the branding iron, it is still glowing red hot. But you can see kind of this triangular image. It's got a rabbit's head on in the corner, pointing to the rear end of another rabbit, and it just has this kind of triangular cyclical thing going on, and that is the emblem that you now look to your chest, which is still there. The brand is still actually it's because of where he would underneath your ribs. The brand is still underneath your ribs on your body, even after no longer being in bear form. And that's where we're going to pause for the week.
Can I ask one question real quick?
Go for it.
As far as proficiency, what would it count as?
For the branding iron.
Yes.
club,
Martial melee.
maybe, or
A martial melee weapon. Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
definitely can't use it then.
Yeah, so that's where we are, guys. And that's where we're going to stop for the day.
yes. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
very much.
I very much enjoyed slaughtering rabbits.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wonder what you guys
You're
are
gonna
going to have
eat
for
well
supper.
tonight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go look to see if we can find somebody to raid. Thank you guys very much. Wait, who could we raid? Who could we raid today?
Hi guys. I'm gonna head off to bed.
Sounds great.
Yes.
Have a great one, buddy. I'm just going to switch off to our credit screen, and then I'll find somebody to raid.
So
All right, folks, so we're going to go and raid Francois. That's who we're going to go raid, and we'll go do it. Hey, how about right now? That sounds good. See you guys next week on Wednesday. And that is that.